Now to this, several Democrats are calling out a lack of leadership in their party. Democrat Congressman Dean Phillips, who ran for president earlier this year, told Politico, quote, "This party needs a comprehensive turnaround and conventional wisdom no longer works. A party that consists of multiple silos and campaign committees and outside groups cannot strategically do its job, and that means leadership." Democrat Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett also called out the state of her party. Listen.
We are really stuck in our old ways of doing things, which is you get there by seniority. And so if you've been there longer, then you get the post. And I don't think that we fully sit there and say who may be best equipped for this moment.
Robert Houton is a candidate for the DNC chair, and he joins me now. Robert, thanks for getting up with us this morning. You know, I feel like we're hearing more and more Democrats coming out saying they need a fresh start with the party. So what does that look like to you?
Well, thank you, Ashley, for having me. Merry Christmas. I wish there were more every day. What it looks like for me is we really have to embrace what the voters have said on November 5th, and they elected President Trump. President Trump won because he's right on the issues, Ashley. Tax cuts. We need to enact the 2017 and expand those tax cuts. Get rid of this gender-affirming care. It's disastrous that anyone would think anyone under 18 knows what's best for their body when they're still forming who they are and getting to know. So our party needs and is desperate for a physician in that respect of policy. And I look at myself, one of my best friends, she's an outstanding physician. Our party is on life support. So what I'm bringing are bold, new energy, and people need to have others step up, and that's what I'm here for.
You know, I want to listen to this sound from Democrat Congressman Ro Khanna, who's calling for a youthful change in leadership. Let's take a listen to this, and we'll talk about it.
We need a new generation to step up. We need people who were part of the failed status quo to step aside. And I think the vibrancy of the House Democratic Caucus, where you have new generational leaders and some in the Senate, is what's going to revitalize this party.
So when he talks about revitalizing the party, I mean, and they talk about this new generation, are we talking about young people getting more involved in the Democratic Party that have more of a moderate way of thinking?
Absolutely, Ashley. And quite frankly, I endorsed AOC for her youthful energy. Not so much that I agree with her on policies. I actually disagree with her on many policies. But it was very disappointing to have Nancy Pelosi lobby against AOC, and then you had Jerry Conley win that chairmanship for the Oversight and Government Reform Committee. Quite frankly, I think Jerry needs to focus more on, being full of energy and recovering. I believe he's been ill. So our party has to rid ourselves of these, 85-year-old people that just are not best for us. I mean, we have to, elevate the younger generation. That's why I'm coming to our party and saying, look, on February 1st, you have a decision to make. Do you want to embrace the popular vote and the people that support Democrat tax cuts, putting, students to math, arithmetic, and reading, and not gender, race, and sex? I mean, it's crazy.
You know, you talk about people like Nancy Pelosi. They've been there forever, and it's a name you've heard for such a long time, and it makes you wonder, are they ever going to leave? Are they ever going to let your party be revitalized? So we'll see what happens. Robert Houton, thank you so much for your time this morning. Have a good day.
Thanks, Ashley. You
You're
too.
welcome.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.